welcome to my channel. So today I would like to discuss with you self-confidence and self-esteem and how I began my journey to self-confidence and self-esteem. I'll give you a bit of background. I grew up dancing at quite a high level and you know what, I loved it. I found identity, I found a sense of physicality, I found a sense of performance, and I really truly found the limitations of my body, put myself through like my body and seeing where it can go and pushing myself to an extreme. And I believe that that is such a fundamental thing to learn, and I learned at quite a young age. I injured myself at about 16. I had a severe back injury, and the repercussions of that emotionally were huge because I no longer was able to truly express myself through my physical being. And then I also realized my identity and what was tied into that. And I had to rework my identity. I was no longer a dancer. I was no longer fit. I left high school, I moved to Switzerland, I went to school there, and I couldn't do anything physically. And that created a huge amount of self-doubt, and suddenly I wasn't able to cope in life the way I was coping before. And so this is about truly finding new ways of coping and how, yourself and keeping your emotional self strong is so important. And after I finished university, I moved back from England to Canada, and I went to school in England. So I moved back from England to Canada, and I decided, okay, I'm going to become an actor, and I'm gonna go full force into acting, and this is what I'm gonna do. And I just went for it. And I worked at a restaurant like 12 hours a night. I did a bunch of indie films, and I had a agent and went out for auditions and did commercials and extra work and all that. But what I found really interesting about acting is that the actual part that I loved, I never got to do. The part of performing and the part of sharing a story and the part of communicating to an audience was actually a very small part of acting. Acting is really, the hard work is the auditions. The hard work is the keeping yourself motivated. The hard work is constantly pushing yourself beyond your boundaries and your comfort zone. And I woke up one day, how many years, it must have been a couple years ago, and I realized that I was no longer happy doing it. That I no longer felt good about myself. I would go to an audition and come home and feel terrible. And I realized all the negative thoughts that I was having, and also that the world was saying to me, and I wasn't able to just brush it off. I wasn't able to not take what they said personally. And I started getting self-conscious. I started thinking, oh my God, someone told me I had big ankles. And oh my God, I have big ankles. And someone told me I had big arms. Don't show your arms. And oh my God, I have big arms. And someone said you do something weird with your mouth. And all these things that you start hearing from the world, and you go, oh my God, is that really me? And oh, they must be right. Like, they must be right, because of course what someone else thinks of you, you give more value to than what you think of yourself. So, you're doubting yourself. And as I realized, and I heard my own interior monologue and dialogue that was going on, I realized, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to start feeling good, and I want to start loving myself. And so what I started to do is ban negative self-talk. Get rid of all that negative language in your vocabulary, and start using positive language, and start using affirmative language. And change the way you speak about yourself, and change the way you describe yourself. I'm strong, and that's beautiful. I'm healthy, and that's beautiful. You're not skinny, you need to be more skinny. Or, oh, you need to lose weight. Or, oh, your hair looks ugly that color. Oh, all these things that you can keep reiterating and hurting yourself and doing. The next step is stop using those words to describe others. Stop using negative words to inflict pain on others. And I think that you're able to communicate without using hurtful words. And it's so important to also take that out, because when you judge others, you in turn judge yourself. And I don't want to judge myself. I don't want to feel like I'm hurting someone else, and I don't want someone else to hurt me. And when you use language, you're giving permission to the world to use that language back. And I don't want to give permission to the world to use harmful language that would hurt me. So why would I use harmful language to hurt others? And so I do believe empowering everyone around you and loving everyone around you and using positive words to explain everyone around you. And find other people in your life that inspire you, and find other people that you can grow from, and find other people that have confidence, or you perceive to have confidence, because everyone is going through something. Everyone is just trying their best in this life. And if you start to look at others and be inspired by them and see their joy and their light and their love, you're going to start to see your own light and your own love. And when you give that to the world, you're also giving permission for others to see that in themselves and for them to see that in you. The next step, I really think also, is you got to get up, you got to move, and you got to take care of yourself physically, and in turn take care of yourself emotionally. When you take care of yourself physically and emotionally, well, actually, when you take care of yourself physically, I believe that the emotional state is able to grow with you. And so please take care of yourself physically. Wake up, do something that you love, active, go for a walk, go for a hike, go for a swim, go for a bike ride, I don't know, walk your dogs. Or if you don't have dogs, I don't know, do yoga, do parkour, do something that you love and you can find passion in, and you can find beauty and self-worth in. And what's amazing, and this is something that I truly believe in, is when you take care of yourself physically, you will be amazed at what your mind can do. And you will be amazed at how good you feel. And you'll be amazed at these small little challenges and these small little hurdles that you go through, even when you're, do a really hard workout that pushes you beyond something you ever thought possible, that suddenly you believe you're able to. You believe you're Wonder Woman. You believe you're strong. You believe you're able. And that belief structure will translate to other areas in your life. And ultimately, fake it till you make it, people. That's ultimately what that's about. One day, you'll look back, and if you've been telling yourself positive words, if you've been telling yourself positive affirmations, if you've been doing a workout, if you've been doing yoga or living, your best life physically, you will wake up one day and find that, oh my God, I feel good about myself. Oh my God, look what I've achieved. And suddenly life does look good. And even the challenging things that will constantly come your way, that is life. That is what, our human experience is. Those things you'll be able to master them better. And you'll be able to see yourself more clearly, and you'll be able to love yourself through hardships. And loving yourself through all the ups and downs in this life is something that has no barrier on your, your current financial state, on your current physical state. And self-belief and self-esteem is something that is only something that you can give yourself, and because the world's not going to give it to you. So be kind and show yourself compassion, and show the people around you compassion, and dare to be inspired, and dare to inspire yourself. And that's my journey. Well, kind of. That's my journey at the moment, I guess, to self-confidence. And listen, I'm not perfect. I certainly am not perfect. I, question myself every day. But when you do question yourself, you hear yourself and you go, wait a second, that's not kind. That's not love. I want to show kindness. And begin with self-compassion, and you'll see that the world will start to show you compassion as well. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for spending 10 minutes of your day with me. Subscribe. I think it's actually down there. Subscribe. Add a comment. Let me know. I'm giving you all the positive love. We love you. Sending you love. Love, love, love. Bye.